You are watching and listening to the longest running weekly episodic Filipino wrestling podcast. This is the Wrestling Podcast. Stan C. Romoran, Chino Liao, and Emil Nate at your service for another Thursday live stream. I know nung nag-record kami ni Emil ng Weekend Reacts, we said na the live stream might actually not happen kasi GTD kaming lahat. Or in my case, I was supposed to be out. But things happened. Kompleto tayo ngayon for the live stream. So if you're able to join us here or if you're able to catch the episode as an audio-only release on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts, thank you very much. Do us a favor, kung hindi nyo pa nagagawa, please like the podcast on social media. Hit that follow or subscribe button as well. And if you want to comment on the stuff we talk about, be part of the conversation by actually engaging in the comments on Spotify. It really does a lot to help us out sa algorithm namin. So please do that for us.
One more thing, sorry. Before you we're also uploading our episodes on YouTube, so we're trying to, increase our video presence over there. We're uploading old stuff as much as possible. We're trying to upload the old stuff, old interviews, the ones we can still find. So if you okay lang din naman sa Spotify, pero if you also prefer YouTube as your streaming platform of choice, like if you usually stream videos and other podcasts on there, please also do stream us in the background. At this point, we're just chasing everything we can chase. Any of the views, any of the listens, podcast downloads, whatever you prefer, please. We're everywhere. So
honestly, tama si Jasper.
More options. Yeah.
Go to YouTube. Everybody, Fox Spotify, go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Mas mabilis ma-monetize.
Tell your friends, yeah.
Yeah.
Mas accessible yata. I think mas accessible kasi Spotify. Yeah.
Kasi if you get to 1K on YouTube, you do get ads. That is correct.
Yep.
So let's monetize this shit. Jump on YouTube, follow us, diba? Subscribe, hit the like button, share the videos, comment, all that good stuff. It really helps us out a lot.
Mm-hmm. All right, now that we've said that, let's say thanks once again to our friends from Hobby Stadium for helping us host Quiz o Pabuza over the weekend. Emil and I talked the Weekend Reacts about how much we enjoyed it, how it was probably the most fun quiz night we've had. All the costumes were amazing, so thank you for putting the effort into dressing up and showing out for Quiz o Pabuza. And we got to shout out one of the members of Team Hobby Stadium as well, our friend Danica, who's been helping us book these events. Recently got engaged, so congratulations and best wishes to Danica and her fiance.
Danica Cinco and her fiance, congratulations.
Congrats.
Let's also talk about sponsorships, Emil. How can people help us out on the pod and sponsor their very own Play a Nathan segment?
Ayun, so if you want to sponsor a podcast, or if you want to plug your product, if you want to talk about a thing or something that you want, you could help us out by sponsoring. You could reach us via email at hello.wrestlingwrestlingpodcast hello.wrestlingwrestlingpodcast@gmail.com. Ayan, for details. And another way to support the podcast is through Patreon and Gank. It's patreon.com/wrestlingwrestlingpodcast and ganknow.com/wrestling2xpod for as low as $5 to get the Discord server, and then you'll get first dibs to everything, pasabays, events, everything. And it's always a good way to support us, support what we have been doing here for the last 11 years. So thank you guys for all the support. So ayun, through sponsorships at hello.wrestlingwrestlingpodcast@gmail.com and patreon.com/wrestlingwrestlingpodcast and ganknow.com/wrestling2xpod.
Mm-hmm. And you can also help the podcast by subscribing as a patron. You know where to find us, patreon.com/wrestlingwrestlingpodcast or ganknow.com/wrestling2xpod for as low as $5 or about 265 pesos a month, depending on the Forex. One last thing, Emil Nate, put over the converged Netflix bundle that you can afford with your USD sweldo.
Yes, we will always put over the converged Netflix bundle because that is currently the best postpaid internet plan I can say at the moment. So if you want to watch your WWE programming, you could do that on Blast TV and on Netflix via VPN, and you could experience both at their best If you are subscribed to the Converge Netflix bundle, there are three tiers to that plan: 17.98, 19.98, and 22.98. Included in that plan is the high-speed internet, the new Wi-Fi modem, your free Netflix account, the experience box, which is always a blast to use. So you could either subscribe or upgrade your plan through the customer service email. Or if you have a local Converge office in your area, you could go there as well. So, yeah, Converge number one.
Let's get to some wrestling talk, and let's start with Dynamite, yung highlights from the show kanina. And we'll start with the new championship that AEW announced kanina. It's the AEW National Championship, which is inspired by the NWA National Heavyweight Championship, which is still active, by the way. And para malaman kung sino yung unang champion, there's gonna be a casino gauntlet match at Full Gear in a couple of weeks. And yung plano raw is to defend the title across all of yung mga affiliate brands and companies and promotions ng AEW, including the indies.
Yeah, it was a major surprise actually this morning. So I don't understand why exactly they had to make another new championship. My only guess, if I had to guess, is because Tony Khan wanted a championship na pwede mong ipadala anywhere tapos hindi mo siya kailangang i-factor masyado sa storylines ng weekly television ng AEW. So let's say you wanted to ship somebody out to CMLL, to ROH, to NJPW, and you wanted to defend the championship, you have it. Yeah, Emil brought up a point to Discord kanina that this was the original point of the the Atlantic, what was the fucking name? All Atlantic Championship, Inter-Atlantic Championship. That was the original intent of that championship, and then they kept it on U.S. soil because they needed a secondary mid-card title on the show. So now I think this is a championship that you can send someone out if someone needs an excursion, if somebody needs to either get away from AEW TV or needs help bolstering the affiliate brands, the affiliate companies. You just put the strap on him and have him defend it on excursion.
Yun nga, sige, Chino.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, go.
Yeah, yun nga. That was my first reaction when I heard the news. Ang naisip ko agad is, isn't this what the international title was supposed to be about, diba? Kasi nga, they did it actually when I think it was the first year the title, it keeps going around these promotions, diba? It appeared in RevPro, in all these other indie promotions. But then after Orange Cassidy won the title, parang naging exclusive na ulit siya to naging exclusive na ulit siya sa AEW. So it's tama Zero, maybe this is just another title na hindi na kailangang isipin yung storyline, 'di ba? If you're gonna book a match, they could just have book a match for the title and that's it.
It's a bad way to produce a title, though. If you're just gonna have a title for title's sake, anong bearing nun sa tao, di ba? Kasi dapat may prestige siya, di ba? You're gonna put the strap on somebody, tapos sasabihin mo, kasi kailangan lang yung mag-abroad for a while, di ba? It doesn't have any sort of pomp and circumstance to it. Parang hindi siya masyadong importante. And in the lineup of AEW titles, sa dami ng belts nila ngayon, kasi magawa pa sila ng Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament. Parang hindi ito yung priority nila dapat not another title. They can easily just do this to one of the existing titles, diba? What happened to the TNT title, diba? What happened to that combined, that unified title? They can do that to that, diba? This doesn't necessarily mean you need to make a brand new division just so somebody can go on an excursion.
I am guessing this won't be as canon to AEW storylines at all. Diba? Yun yung purpose to travel around with that belt.
No, it's canon, it's canon, but I think it will be it really will be a thing of the larger AEW universe, the partnership that it has with all these different brands. So I think to say I think it's similar to the WWE ID championships. It's something that is technically an AEW championship, but it will be defended mostly, ideally, we don't know that yet, but ideally mostly outside AEW itself. Like, and yeah, I don't agree that you should do that to the one of the existing championships, the existing mid card championships, because those are already TV things. So I really think that again, I agree that it's not really needed, but I do see what the vision is if it is the vision.
Yeah, tsaka pag ano ka, you're from outside of the major companies, anybody who's ever held that championship, just because of the branding that comes with
the
being
name.
associated with a larger company, it puts your company over it, diba? So kunwari tayo, if like we ran a Philippine wrestling promotion, if we book somebody who was once the WWE light heavyweight champion, let's say Taka Michinoku, diba? That's still a big deal. Oh,
Yeah.
dating champion in WWE tong taong to. So yeah, yun lang, parang like marketing wise, that's the play for how it benefits everybody else.
Yeah.
And
Right.
malay
Nailed
natin,
it.
di ba? Malay natin this championship can be defended here at some point. It's a,
Hey,
kung yan nga
You
yung
got
we-
national
intention
champion money?
kung yan
yeah,
yung
we
intention
do-
nila,
we did
seriously.
we did have IWGP World Heavyweight Championship
yeah,
money.
exactly. We had the IWGP champion.
Kung
Yeah,
yan yung intention nila, then why can't they just have another title? Diba, you just said it. You had IWGP money. Si Junjun didn't defend the IWGP belt at Puso, but he was still built as a champion. So why can't that happen for the other titles dun sa roster nila?
Because the other titles are are already bound to TV.
Yeah, the TV.
Like-
yeah.
Like I feel like again pure speculation, but I feel like they wanted a championship that isn't necessarily bound to a regular TV storyline.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to some bracket busters in the Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament in the Babes of Wrath. In Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale. They defeated Athena and Mercedes Moné. So, two of your frontrunners, or the team that a lot of you picked to be your first Women's Tag Team champions, are out in the first round.
Diba?
Yeah,
this is
I'm
pretty
glad.
good.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Emil.
Yun nga, I'm glad actually. Kasi with this one, they kind of hit two birds in one stone. First, an established team was, hindi nga sila masyado established, but they've been teaming up more than, Athena and Mercedes. Parang naging merong unpredictability yung tournament. So it's not just the big names. And the second, I will go back to my comment nung Monday when the Blood and Guts lineup was announced, and I said why Mercedes is here. So ayun, na-connect nila with the finish, 'di ba? Chris interfered, helping the babyfaces win. Lahat sila nasa Blood and Guts match. So I'm okay with it. I'm happy with what happened.
Yeah, it's interesting that they are billing them as we're calling them bracket busters here because they build us underdogs ever since that victory. Pero if I'm not mistaken, the other side of the bracket, you still have the Pegasus and Marina Shafir. So while it's all nice to see na yes, nanalo si Harley Cameron, yes, nanalo si Willow, I still don't have them winning. I still have Megan Bain and Marina Shafir going for the belts.
That's fair.
Yeah, sure. The busted bracket was really in reference to Athena and
Yeah,
Mercedes not
Mercedes.
making it to the finals.
Yeah.
Yun naman yun eh.
That's the point of busting a bracket, Chino.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, akala ko dahil also from underdog nila
no.
sila.
I mean,
That's how I
I'm
understood
not
it.
gonna. I'm not gonna put Harley and Willow all the way, although that would be interesting. No, I like the booking. I definitely liked it because I felt like it should shut up a bunch of people who kept complaining about Mercedes, and
Yeah.
it put over Harley, who was over with a lot of people. So really nice booking here, and na tahi din siya to the point where Billy Starks was even questioning Athena bakit hindi siya napili na tag partner.
Exactly.
So a whole bunch of different stories coming out of this. Just because they actually interesting point, they lost because they did the thing where you did a unlikely alliance just for the sake of we have star power both. So we should probably make for a good team, but they did not make for a good team. So really interesting stuff.
Yeah, first match pa lang nila sa tag team, they entered the tournament, then yun na, just blew up in their faces. So that's a good display of hubris. All right. Speaking of hubris, oh boy, this was fun. The Ops held Tony Schiavone accountable until Hangman Hook and Eddie Kingston had to save him, leading to their main event trios match become a trios championship match. So ako personally appreciate ko that the opening minutes of Dynamite directly addressed the one thing I complained about, and for a while it did look like Schiavone was about to pee his pants. So that was a good bit of karma. Kasi nga, di ba, parang sino ka para good time si Samoa Joe, di ba?
Yeah, we did say last week, diba, when you were complaining about it, we did say, no, okay, they might, they don't just do these things just because. It's not Vince era of WWE. Malay mo may consequences for that. And there were consequences. Samoa Joe said as much. Buti na lang they came down to save poor old Tony Schiavone.
Imagine if na Justin Roberts siya.
Oh my God.
Diba? Hey, he had it coming.
But then again, what would the Ops
like poor Justin Roberts?
Inisip ko rin, what would the Ops get by beating down an old man?
Why? The old man participated in
it.
Yeah, still.
The old man participated in it.
That's why, that's why it was a fun segment. Like, nung pinapalibutan nila si Schiavone,
paano mo sinasabi, Emil? Ano makukuha natin pag hinayaan natin ma-aresto si Duterte ng ICC?
Yeah, to be fair. Yes, that's a good point.
Ano makukuha natin pag pinauwi natin si Zaldico, diba?
Oh, exactly.
That's a good point. Yeah, good points all around.
So yeah, karma came for Tony Schiavone today. Good stuff.
I like that there is, there were consequences, and even though technically he was in the wrong, it goes to show now, okay, you can't just do these things.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to Blood and Guts next week. Would you like to predict the two matches?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, so let's go to the men's Blood and Guts match. It's the Death Riders against Darby Allin, Roderick Strong, Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly, and Mark Briscoe.
I know I said something on Monday about Roderick Strong. Siya talaga yung X factor dito for me. But I think I'm gonna predict na he's finally gonna conglomerate and help the baby faces win. Finally be, kasi yung niya ngayon, yung storyline niya ngayon is he's associated with O'Reilly, but he doesn't wanna mingle with the conglomeration. But that's gonna change in the match. And
so magiging main cast na siya.
Yeah, magiging main cast na siya. Di ba naka-guest starring siya eh.
He is no longer Paul Rudd.
Yeah, I guess. He's not, he's finally gonna be a main cast in sa conglomerate of video.
So main cast money.
Yeah. That's my prediction.
Chino.
I must say the faces then. I will say they have the... I know the Death Riders do have a little bit of momentum on their side, but I think it does make sense for Roddy to finally, hedge his bets with the conglomeration and actually conglomerate. So I think tama siyang aming dito.
Yeah, I actually saw this story or this. I don't know if it was a rumor or speculation ng isang fan, but I feel like the collapse of the Death Riders is close at hand.
Yep.
So I feel like after we all went through the emotional traffic of Jon Moxley's reign from last year, diba? I feel like it's also time na rin to dismantle the group. Although kakasali lang ni Daniel Garcia. I feel like it's time for them to start questioning Mox, and either that or double down. But I feel like the faces are gonna win.
All right. How about the women's Blood and Guts match naman? You have the Triangle of Madness, Megan Bayne, Marina Shafir, and Mercedes Moné taking on the team of Jamie Hayter, Willow Nightingale, Harley Cameron, Timeless Tony Storm, and Chris Statlander, and Mina Shirakawa in place of the injured Queen Aminata.
Oh, so injured pala si Aminata. Right. I was wondering why she wasn't there in Dynamite. If do sa men's, I'll go with the faces. Here, I'm gonna go with the heels. Kasi if you look at the babyface team, sila yung magkakalaban for the world title eh. Diba? Hater, Stat, Storm, Willow. So that's gonna all come crashing down at Blood and Guts. Mas may team, mas united yung Heels kasi 'di ba? It's two teams together, 'di ba? The Triangle of Madness and then sila Megan Bayne, Ford and Marina Shafir being there as well. So I go with the Heels.
I feel like, well, yeah, if the faces are going to win some men's side, then the heels should win the women's side. But I find it tough I find it tough to have women like Megan Bain and Marina Shafir lose.
Mhm.
Yeah, same. Kasi yung Triangle of Madness Triangle of Madness is just happy being there. You know what I mean? Like, hindi sila yung main, they are the main catalyst, but they aren't the biggest personalities on that side.
Yeah.
Diba? Because you still have Megan Bain, who's still pretty hot. And then you still have Marina Shafir, also equally on fire right now. So parang yung Triangle of Madness, yes, I guess they're a pretty big deal on their own way. Pero wala silang sinabi sa dalawa eh. And you can't kill the fire of both these women just so you push the faces. And especially since, yun nga, tama si Emil din, sinabi niya na they are all also in competition for the women's world title, diba? So, if there's no conflict there, then parang wala din yung push or wala din yung rivalry ng mga sila Jamie Hayter and everybody else for the title. So, it just makes more sense for me that the heels win.
Yeah, you saw point in Chino that he brought up. It's actually a good point. The Triangle of Madness. Yes, they were the catalyst, but now the spotlight isn't on them. That was my main complaint that I was saying nung Monday that yung inclusion nila Storm, nila Mercedes kind of took the spotlight away from who the feud was for in the first place. Diba? And the reason why there was a Blood and Guts is because the Triangle of Madness kept wreaking havoc to the baby faces, and so now it's kind of sad that now the storyline is like centered towards Stat in the world title instead of the group warfare. But sabi nga ni Ro, it is what it is in a match like this where you have to compile teams together. Talagang yung kung sino yung may star power, sila talaga yung lilitaw.
Mhm. Ikaw, Ro.
What was the question?
Women's Blood and Guts.
I said that, the heels.
Right. Okay. Sige. Let us know what your predictions are for Blood and Guts. You can leave a comment dito sa Spotify or here on the Facebook page or on the YouTube in case you're watching us on the live stream. Let's take our first break. Here's an Emil Nate dance break.
Hello, my name is Ilya Dragunov. This is Czar, and you're listening to the Wrestling Podcast.
All right, let's get to some Southeast Asian wrestling news here. It was announced by House of Glory Wrestling that Nor Phoenix Diana, who you may recognize in her career here in Southeast Asia with APAC Wrestling, that day with my PW, how she was in the Philippines in 2019 to perform that one show for us in PWR. She's going to be defending her APAC Women's Championship against none other than Mercedes Moné at a House of Glory show in New York. That's happening in a couple of weekends from now. I believe it is 1 week from Sunday, as they like to say over there. So it looks like this is going to be another one for Mercedes' belt collection.
Another one.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what else about? I mean, I'm happy for Phoenix. It's a really good opportunity for her, for APAC, then for her to level up as a wrestler because she's going to be in there with someone who is much more experienced, much better than she is. Congrats to her. It's really big. Then I feel like this is like the biggest someone from the Southeast Asia community wrestling scene has come to like the West.
Yeah.
So much props to Phoenix. I hope that she can make the most out of this opportunity. And well, at this point, Mercedes is coming away with that belt, and APAC will be put on the map. But well,
sure.
Hopefully someday they can bring her over there.
Yeah, you need to sabihin ko, congrats to APAC. They might just get Mercedes Moné to come to KL. Diba? Malay natin. Kasi nasa kanya na yung belt. What's to stop her, right? If it's a matter of pay, I'm sure they can find ways around that. But hey, I've been looking for an excuse to go to KL anyway. So if she does make her way back to Malaysia or make her way to Malaysia, You can count me in as one of the first people to buy the ticket for that. So exciting
Wow.
times.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
really huge deal. Go,
that's
go,
gonna
go.
be that's gonna be a big one for sure. If in case that happens, na Mercedes will come wrestle here, for the title. So but yeah, parang win-win din to eh. Like Phoenix will gain so much experience here wrestling against someone who's one of the best in the world. So, you know, uh I'm quite excited for this one.
Hmm. Yeah. Good for APAC Wrestling then that, if and when Mercedes comes away with that championship, that belt gets to be held by one of the belt boys and gets to be seen on TV.
Oh, the belt boy.
Yun,
Sounds like
yun,
a belt
yun.
boy.
Exactly.
Isn't that no, yung frat house?
No,
Yeah, the frat
mga
house.
ano
Yeah,
na
it's the
to.
frat house.
Hindi na frat
Before.
house.
Ah, di
Hindi
naman.
na,
Okay.
hindi na.
For nung nagsimula
like-
yung gimmick, yes, it was the frat house and now it's just local talent.
Yeah.
Alright.
I love it. That's my new dream to be a belt boy.
Be a belt boy. Ina. All right, let's talk about some serious stuff from outside the ring. Ridge Holland has been making the rounds again on social media because he's elaborated on yung situation niya after he got let go by WWE. And, from his recounting of everything, sobrang kawawa sa totoo lang.
Yep.
Kasi, di ba, he said na he's about to lose his mortgage, wala siyang livelihood, na-injure siya, so hindi rin siya makapagtrabaho. So, wala rin siyang paraan, di ba, para magbayad. And the sad thing is, how people have responded to his posts online.
Yeah. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm not here to talk about how WWE is treating him. I think that's pretty plain as day what it looks like, diba? I'm gonna spare Stan and the potential liability here. I want to rant about how fans, immature fans, fucking babies, have responded to Ridge Holland's plight, diba? Like,
Yeah.
people are calling it karma pa rin. After all these years, after Big E is at peace with his career potentially ending, diba? With him never getting back to the ring ever again. They still think that this is justifiable karma, as though Ridge wanted to injure the guy in the first place. Like, either you don't understand, again, a lot of people don't, you don't understand how the injury happened, or two, you're just really plain evil because you want to see a guy who figured in an accident suffer all these injustices and poor outcomes just because of whatever, diba? I even saw someone saying, okay, I don't wish injury upon anyone, but it's karma. Like, fuck that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
How shitty do you have to be? If you're listening to this, if you're watching this on YouTube, on Facebook, if you're listening to this on Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, and you really think that this man deserves that and deserves to be called karma for something that he had no control over, or didn't intend to do, at least. Grabe, how shitty do you have to be? Like, save that saltiness for people who actually are vile, like legitimately vile, diba? It's not like it's not like he was unrepentant about it, diba? It's not like he was gloating about the fact that he accidentally broke someone's neck, diba? How that God, these kinds of fans really piss me off. Like, these are so exhausting. Like, to think that this was the common consensus. Akala mo it's cool to pile on Ridge Holland because he injured a beloved champion, a beloved talent. Like, that's not cool. It's not cool at all. And I hope that you are sorry, I hope that you listening to this, watching this, know better than that.
Yep. Ito yung mga dapat tinatanggalan ng access sa internet eh. Mga bobo. Sorry for that. Because I share.
Sorry ka na naman.
I share yung sentiment ni Ro dito. Ilang beses na natin sinabi to on our podcast na it was all an accident. Big E's at peace with this. There's no need for people to shit further on Rich. It was an accident. No, wala namang may gusto nung nangyari. So the fact that people are still shitting on Ridge because of that incident, it's really shady, guys. Like, wala pa tayong empathy for the guy. Like, come on. Like, yung mga ganito, dapat tinatanggalan to ng internet sa bahay nila eh. So, fuck y'all, guys. Fuck y'all. Whoever is shitting on Ridge. Sorry for the curse words, pero you deserve to be cursed at.
All right. Yeah, Chino, ikaw, any thoughts on this?
No. Yeah. No. Not really.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's again just an unfortunate situation, and I think it also says a lot about how people on social media generally may masabi lang, di ba? Mema.
Yeah.
So instead of being productive or contributing something, or I don't know, if you really wanted to like help somebody, di ba? Like do something more productive instead, you just channel out that negative energy and send vitriol towards someone who's already in a very bad place. Like, what for? What's
Yeah,
the
exactly.
point?
Yeah.
Let's move on to some more in-ring stuff. Back to Monday Night Raw. And let's talk about the episode-long arc that Logan Paul went on. So CM Punk has his victory lap as the World Heavyweight Champion. And then out comes Logan Paul. And then CM Punk's exact words were, no, 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 anyone but you, a la Michael Scott. And then
he goes on to say, and this is my favorite part of the whole thing, he goes on to say, famous for nothing YouTuber. It's just like, yes, justification.
yeah. So Logan Paul ends up confronting CM Punk, tapos out come the Vision, and then the Vision attacked Logan Paul. And then later in the night, when CM Punk was being attacked by the Vision after Punk tagged with Jay against the Bronze, Logan Paul went out and hit CM Punk with a brass knucks and knocked him out. So what do you think about this? Like, it wasn't explicitly shown na part siya ng the Vision or whatever, but he's also not entirely against them now.
Not gonna lie, I got excited for a potential Logan Paul face run at the beginning of the show when he got beaten up. Like, oh, syempre, re-rest back siya eh. Binanatan siya eh. You know, brought an immediate tsunami on him. So I got a little bit excited. And then I realized the guy's a scumbag in real life. Like, the guy can never be a face.
Really?
So,
Is
okay.
that all it takes, Emil, for you to cheer for Logan Paul? An episode-long face
I mean,
turn? Wala man lang siyang arc.
if they choreograph it in a way that would make me cheer, then okay, I'm okay with it. I'm gonna separate the person from the character, but no, we just can't. We just can't.
No. Ito. I agree with Emil because I wanted to see Logan Paul face turn that didn't involve him being a popular YouTube streamer, Twitch streamer, whatever, wherever he streams. Like I didn't want to see him be a face because he was popular and he was a mainstream act. I wanted to see him be a face because he, the story called for him to be a face, and he showed some character development even in that one segment, diba? Even in that minute or those few seconds that he got shoved aside and thought about helping Punk, diba? Like that's what I wanted to see, and for them to turn around and just negate all that because it's much better to have Logan Paul as a heel than to try and work hard to make him a face, even though ironically he wanted to be cheered like a face about but cool moves aren't exactly the only thing that makes you a good babyface. Sayang kasi, they were getting to it, they were there, and then they dropped it because they wanted to keep him being a heel. So sayang lang. I felt disappointed because it was already a lose-lose situation. Like nobody really wanted to see Logan Paul, and the moment you tried to make him some sort of compelling, just by that alone, it doesn't make him 100% likable, but it did make him interesting. Because he showed something other than his usual yabang, his usual asshole self, and they chose to not grow out of that box. It's like I mentioned this on Discord. I felt like in this moment, in this case, he felt like the MJF of WWE, where they're so afraid to have someone try to be a good guy because it might, water down everything that was likable about him, that you end up retaining his, at this point, boring heel characteristics. About like people already want to boo Logan Paul. So what else is there new about it?
It's just confusing for me. For them to tease na face turn siya and then still not do it. It's like, why go through that trouble then?
Exactly.
Diba? Why
Exactly.
do that then? Diba? Why give us the blue balls of Logan Paul becoming a face? Diba? If he's just gonna be a heel, then just make him a heel from the jump.
Tama.
Diba? Dapat inupakan din si Punk at the beginning of the
Oh,
show.
yeah, I agree, I
Yeah,
agree.
Diba? So I
good
don't know why
points.
the roundabout here. Why this very long way around description of who Logan Paul is. Maybe they'll explain it in later weeks. Diba? Malay natin. Right? Then maybe they have something cooking here. We don't know. Pero at this point, it's very confusing.
Eto, let me ask you guys this question. How do you make Logan Paul a compelling babyface? Like, what would make you want to cheer him on?
Sinabi na ni Ro.
He apologizes
Oh.
to the country of Japan for
Yeah, dude.
like a sincere online apology where he and his brother sit down and
Oh,
admit
boy.
that what they did was disrespectful. And then he apologizes to the sport of boxing for all that they're doing to it right now. That's the only way I am cheering for the Pauls.
No,
No,
but
you
seriously.
know.
Yeah.
The problem, because again, I mentioned this before when we were talking about Logan Paul. Whenever he was around to talk, for him to be talked about, diba? The problem with Logan Paul is that he never is around full time for them to really write him as a character. Diba? He's always just there to promote his next big match.
Or as
Diba?
an attraction.
So yeah, exactly, as an attraction, diba? So you never really have him around long enough for him to be developed as a person in the context of WWE, diba? He's just Logan Paul, the mainstream celebrity who drops in to have a good match. That's it. So I felt like the thing to do is to really drop him in the stories week to week, not just for a month, but beyond that, and have him grow as a person in WWE, in the WWE universe, in that universe, in the kayfabe ng company. Like, sure, sige, if you want to be an asshole outside, sure, but at least work with the story. Like, let the story work with you. So, yun lang naman. And I know that's not gonna happen because he's gonna do war games and he's gonna dip out. That's it.
Ano,
Yeah.
exactly. Kasi ang problema dito is they capitalized on his magnitude for that to be the propellant for his wrestling career. Diba? Hindi sila gumawa ng effort to separate Logan Paul from who he was online, diba? Who he is online. Because they needed that clout, diba? That's why they got him in the first place. They wanted that clout for their audience to grow. But ang problema, that clout also comes with a lot of baggage, diba? So now, you're stuck in a creative corner wherein you're trying to make him look like a face, pero dahil sobrang kupal niya in real life, hindi mo magawa, diba? Kasi sinakyan mo diba? Sinakyan mo tapos sasabihin mo, oh, wait lang, teka, face siya dito, pero in real life, ganun pa rin siya. Hindi na pwede yun, kasi hindi mo naman in-establish yun in the beginning.
Yeah, sinabi na ni Ro kanina I think a good way to make him a cheerable character is to take everything away and make him a character that people can follow week by week. Pero wala, I don't think his ego can take it. Na you're gonna strip down everything that made him Logan Paul in presenting
I think he's just
Logan
too
Paul
busy.
to WWE. Ganun din he's also not around much for them to do that. But I wish he could be siguro as committed as your WWE superstar to be there week by week, but we know that's not gonna happen.
I feel like people in WWE like to say, "Oh, he's not a celebrity wrestler; he's a wrestler. Talaga, he's a full-time wrestler." But he's not really a full-time wrestler. No. He's not a full-time character in the story week to week. That's the problem with Logan Paul. So he has to go back, and whenever he has a big match, he just has to AI the whole thing. So, sayang people want to like Logan Paul. I think they really do because he wrestles so well, but he doesn't allow himself to be really a part of the tapestry, the narrative tapestry of WWE.
Exactly.
All right, eto, something that I've personally been looking forward to for a few weeks now. The return of Rey Mysterio. It finally happened, and he and Dirty Dom have reignited their father and son rivalry. So, what do you think about this new chapter in their story now that Dirty Dom is a double champion?
I like this, first of all, because tama yung Spanish ko. when I watched that promo he was doing on AAA, kind of sense na but then babalik na siya. Is that how I heard it? Apparently yes, tama. Cleared na siya. So that's good for me and my elementary Spanish. But also good that they're also building this feud up for Survivor Series, which is in their hometown of San Diego. So it's a big deal. So yeah, it's going. If this is where they're angling for, then what a great, hopefully not send off, but send off for Rey Mysterio. Diba? To have one of the last matches of his career against his son.
What's happening?
Against his son, sa Survivor Series. I'm not saying he's gonna retire, pero diba, if he were, what a perfect way to do it. Kasi, diba, just like John Cena's last time is now tour, this is also kind of Rey Mysterio's last runs. Kasi tanda na din siya, and he's also just coming from injury, right? So it's them ticking the boxes of his career now. It's Rey ticking the boxes of his career now. He wants to have a match with his son in their hometown. That's one box to tick, and I'm all for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like that they revisited the rivalry now that Dom is a champion in AAA, which is nothing grounds ni Ray. Really interesting stuff. I think the previous Dom versus Ray matches were kind of raw. Kulang pa sa seasoning with regard on Dom's end, of course, because he's a young in here. But I feel like with all the evolutions or the upgrades that Dirty Dom, the character and the wrestler, has had over the couple of years since they did that, I feel like this is gonna be a lot more fun. I feel like we're gonna see kind of Eddie versus Ray, but in this generation, with Dom filling in for Eddie's role.
Yep. Do you know what I want for this to kung ano yung magiging feud ender niya? Title versus mask or career. I literally want this to be Ray's last feud. I think he does as well. What a way to go out than to lose to your son. So yeah,
grabe ka naman, Emil, magre-retire na nga si John Cena, pati na rin si Tanahashi, si Rey Mysterio pagsasabay mo rin.
Si AJ Styles din.
Pati si AJ Styles. What the hell, Emil?
We have to accept it that our heroes are slowly retiring.
People grow old, man. It's sad. It's sad reality of life. Diba? Si LeBron lang yung ayaw mag-retire, but everybody else still slowly growing off to the pasture here. Yeah. No, pero honestly, if tama si Emil, I also want this to be Rey Mysterio's last feud, diba? And I think he also wants this to be his last feud because he said it on his during his promo, diba? As long as he's around, Dominic can't be the king of the luchadors. Dominic can't be the greatest Mysterio, diba?
They set it up.
They're setting it up so that Dominic beats Rey and passes the torch to him.
I actually didn't catch that.
Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. I didn't think it was a dog whistle for retirement.
No, I don't know why they'd emphasize or why he would emphasize it that way to the point that that's what would make Dominic snap, diba? So
naman.
Bakit doon siya pumitek sa dami ng sinabi niya, diba?
God damn. Yeah. Pretty sharp review there. Hindi ko siya naisip that way. I will give you credit there.
After a couple of days.
All right. Let's let it marinate as we get on the road to Survivor Series War Games. We'll talk about the Last Time Is Now tournament and some NXT highlights after one more Emil Nate dance break.
Hey everyone, this is Jeff Cobb, and you're listening to the Wrestling Podcast.
The Last Time Is Now tournament is officially underway and it kicks off next week with a couple of matches na in-announce ni Adam Pearce. So we've got the first 4 participants in Sheamus and Shinsuke Nakamura, sila maglalaban, and you've got Damian Priest and Rusev in another side of the bracket. As for everybody else who's part of it, di pa natin alam.
None of these guys are gonna win.
I believe Ava also said, sorry, just quickly, I believe Ava also said that people from NXT are going to be jumping in the pool here. So,
yeah. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think the only variable really is that we don't know who the people who aren't working here is, but Sean Ross Sapp has kind of debunked na rin na it's not going to be anyone from AEW because WWE really doesn't want to play nice with AEW, especially with Adam Copeland, who still really is under contract with the company. Although it would be funny because if the entire logic of WWE is they want to, sabotage AEW, they would actually steal away, one or two of their big stars to appear on Raw.
Tsaka may
But yeah,
sinabi din sorry.
no,
Go ahead, Joe. Sorry.
Sina.
May sinabi din kasi si Landstorm on Threads. Again, quality follow for you guys on Threads.
Yeah.
Landstorm said AEW isn't going to loan out Edge just so he can compete in a tournament, wrestle 3 matches just so he has a shot at facing.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah, I agree.
Medyo circuitous din siya. So yes, as disappointing as it is that we don't get to see Edge Cena one final time, it's also pretty obvious na medyo hindi nila gagawin yun to Adam Copeland.
Actually, like that these three of these 4 guys who were announced first have some big connection to Cena, diba? Especially Rusev and Sheamus. Pero yung kay Priest, like I don't know why he's in the pool, but we can explain that with the ang tawag dun sa the bingo thing.
Ruleta.
Tambiolo.
Yeah.
So you can explain it because of that. So
yeah. None of these guys are gonna win. Hindi sila
yung... So it clearly must be true.
I don't think
I
don't think any one of these 4 are gonna be the one to face Cena. So I need more names here.
I want Nakamura versus Cena match.
Why not?
It was fun.
I wouldn't mind that
the first time.
I also wouldn't mind the Rusev Cena match.
Yeah, Rusev Cena.
I wouldn't mind the Rusev one final time. Rusev Cena, why not?
Oh, diba sinabi ni Rusev na to get to my future, I have to get through my past. And he has to get over it by avenging the greatest defeat of his career. It's a story waiting to write itself.
It was a shitty defeat back in 2014.
2015, but yes.
15, yeah.
Diba? I mean, we remember the tank. We celebrate how he and Lana had sex in there. Good for them. But, like what happened to Rusev afterward, it left a lot to be desired, to say the least.
It was
I like Doc G's suggestion. It has to be, if it's not Brooks Jensen, it has to be Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona has the most to avenge after Brooks Jensen.
The guy stole his girlfriend, tapos hinayaan niya lang, hinayaan lang, he just watched as he got pushed down the stage.
In a wheelchair.
Neck brace pa siya nun, di ba?
Naka-neck brace pa siya nun. Para siyang former president nun. Poor Matt Cardona. Baka siya yung those who don't even work here.
I think it's possible. I think Doc G is right in that it's Nemeth and Matt Cardona.
Yeah, could be.
Actually,
Mga may history din with Cena. Why not? I like that. I like that already. Okay, let's go to NXT and start with Kelani Jordan, who explained her heel turn, and she even went as far as asserting herself against Ava. Sinabi niya na, I'm the TNA Knockouts champion, you're not the boss of me. You can't make me defend this championship. So, she's showing a little bit of teeth here as a newly minted heel.
She actually kind of went viral too, kasi sabi niya, yung mga ibang babae dyan, puro puwet. Pero siya legit athlete. But actually that's pretty nice. I felt like her delivery was kind of not there yet because I think she's not naturally that type of person.
Yeah.
But I do like the writing behind it because she did mention that she was doing the right thing. She was well intentioned, and then the people pushed her to the edge. Diba? She is one of those justified heels. Again,
Kelani did nothing wrong. Again, I'm gonna stand by that what I said last week. Ginago siya ng locker room eh. So, syempre, her natural reaction is to, fight back. So,
but Jordan Grace was not one of those who kicked her out of the locker room.
That's collateral. Collateral din. Kasi part din siya ng locker room.
Hindi na siya justified.
No, still justified.
Talaga?
Did nothing wrong.
Yeah, I like how they finally pulled the trigger on Kelani heel turn here kasi matagal na siyang tinitease, even before she was champion, it's been teased that, di ba, parang she gets pushed and cornered and get cheated out of title victories. So parang it's about time. Diba? And then glad that they did it while she was champion because it has a little bit more emphasis. Diba? That she was willing to do whatever it takes to win. So I like how they're doing it. Pero tama din sa Rose. Her delivery really isn't all that confident yet, in my opinion. Kasi, diba, I think she's really soft-spoken as a person. So baka nahirapan lang siyang mag-angas like all heels do. But I'm pretty sure it'll get there. But I'm all for this heel turn. It's a nice shake-up to her character.
I think we also have to remember na Kelani Jordan came from the world of gymnastics. Like, hindi siya talaga pro wrestler. So, her mic skills are something na dinevelop lang talaga over the last half decade, I guess, whenever it was she started training in the performance center. So, being a natural talker, diba, hindi siya yung pang like, not everyone is born a natural talker, and I guess Kelani Jordan just isn't one of those people yet. But as far as we can see, there's always room to grow, diba? There's the potential is there. So I hope that her promos just get better from here, because at least we know what her baseline is at this point. Connected to Kelani Jordan's heel promo where she explained herself, Santino Marella appeared later on in NXT to book Kelani in an actual triple threat at Gold Rush against Jordan Grace and Laying Lee. So yun yung in TNA rival ni Kelani. So that's gonna happen either on the 18th or on the 25th.
It'd be funny if Jordan Grace wins the title again.
Why?
I mean, ano na siya eh, NXT wrestler na siya eh. Diba?
I mean, it's not gonna happen, but sure.
Yeah. No,
why would you book Jordan Grace to win the championship?
Yeah,
She's
why?
already won.
Three times.
It'd be funny
so
if that
soon
happens.
after the heel turn. Diba? This is like,
I don't think she's gonna lose, but it'd be funny.
Mm-hmm. All right. I just wanted to shout out Laying Lee then, because her English promos, they're also getting better.
Improving, yes. Definitely improving. Yeah.
Remember when she was Xia Li and she was starting out in NXT, talagang halos wala siyang English at all. So the fact that she can deliver an English promo very well now also says a lot about her willingness to improve on her craft. So
not
good for
only that,
Laying.
she's doing interviews in English as well. Ang dami niyang interviews in English, full podcast episode. So definitely worth a listen. Makikita mo talaga yung improvement niya in terms of speaking.
Yun.
Parang si Shohei Ohtani lang.
Well,
Sa pa yun. Hindi natin alam kung di talaga marunong si Xia Li ng English kasi si Shohei Ohtani. Alam na naman natin nag-fake lang siya.
I mean, that fucker made Cameron Brink laugh, so that guy knows English.
Oh.
All right, let's finish.
Malay natin may accent din pala si Xia Li, di ba?
No, man, yeah, she kind of has.
Yeah.
She does. She still has the Asian accent.
No. She kind of has like that soft American accent.
Oh, the soft American accent.
Yes.
I mean, she has been in the States for a while.
Shohei Ohtani, straight Japanese, pero thank you ang puta.
Baka mas magaling pa pala si Ohtani kaysa kay Okada mag-English.
Oh yeah, that's it. I think he is.
I think that's also the
for
case,
sure. 100%.
You don't become the highest paid athlete in all of professional sports without knowing a lick of English.
Exactly.
So, gotta know kung ginagago ano mo yung management mo, diba?
Translator.
Okay, let's close things out with the AAA Mixed Tag Team Championship. So there was a muy grande double championship celebration for Ethan Page and Chelsea Green, and then out popped Joe Hendry from the entranceway and Thea Hale from the cake. So they have formed a duo. Ang ganda ng Easter egg at the start of the show, by the way, when Ethan Page and Chelsea Green were walking in, you could already see Thea Hale pushing the dumpster back in and presumably containing Joe Hendry. And then
she was also the one who summoned She was also the one who summoned Joe Hendry last week.
Yeah, in the first place.
Yeah.
So they upped the production value. Joe Hendry recorded a new line with Thea's name in his song, and then Thea even dressed up as Joe Hendry. And then the piece de resistance was Ethan Page and Chelsea Green getting creamed.
Shout out to Matt Cardona who clipped that very particular phrase his wife said and made it into content. Sobrang
Chelsea knew what she was saying.
I did not expect anything less from you, sir.
I mean, he's always ready, as he says.
Is it safe to assume that Joe Hendry's pretty much locked down with NXT?
Like, yeah, I think at this point. Yeah. At this point, yes.
Di ba siya? Anong balita sa
Anong insider info?
Nasa call sheet na ba siya? Sa internal call?
Has he appeared in TNA lately? Diba hindi na?
Well, first of all, TNA hasn't even appeared in TNA lately.
They just put out an episode last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he hasn't been TNA in like ever since he lost the title. So
I guess, yeah. No, he appeared as a referee.
No, he appeared when he lost the title, but TNA is supposedly on break, diba? But I know they put out an
TNA hasn't appeared on TNA.
I think at this kasi when he's all getting mentioned, parang hindi na masyado na mention, this guy's on TNA. It's like he's part of this program. He's a Joe Hendry. When you say his name, he's gonna appear. I think at this point, na rin eh. Parang NXT na rin siya.
Well, you tell us. But yeah, it's fun. I like that they found something for Thea Hale after Chase U, because she was like gone for a while there while she was floating around. But even though it's pretty much hitched to Joe Hendry's gimmick, it's something, diba? Like it's better than nothing, diba? Being
the grown-ass
Miss
woman.
Joe Hendry, being Miss Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry girl, ano ba? The sidekick is better than nothing. And she has the personality for it anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Kasi hindi din ako makasakay dun sa original gimmick ng grown-ass woman. Like, diba?
Yeah, yung nag-heal siya.
Okay.
No, hindi siya nag-heal. She was just being a grown-up.
So okay. Good for you.
So lahat ng tumatanda nagiging heel.
Di naman. I thought she turned heel for a while. Yun na, akala ko lang yan. Sorry.
No, she wasn't a heel. I don't think she ever was a heel. Pero medyo hilaw pa yung character niya. So I like how they're giving her time to work with Joe Hendry because if anything, yung charisma ni Joe Hendry is gonna help her a lot moving forward. And if anything, if Joe Hendry does lose, say they lose this title shot, he can always go after Ethan's North American title if they're really serious about keeping him on NXT.
I also just want to shout out Ethan Page and Chelsea Green. I mean, alam na natin na si Chelsea Green willing siyang magmukhang gago because if it means she's getting booked on TV and she gets to be seen by millions and millions all over the world, it'd great for her, diba? And Ethan Page, I'm not sure how used he is to, looking like an idiot on TV, but he seems to be game for it, and both of them look great doing it. Everyone comes out looking like $1 million.
To your point about him looking gago, I will bring your attention to the fact that he was Karate Man.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. Karate Man.
Yeah. So, na din siya magbuwang gago.
Yun, great. So, props to these guys because, we've seen firsthand, at least kami ni Ro, diba, in the locker room, na marami mga tao na ayaw magmukhang gago for whatever reason. And sometimes in wrestling, which is a medium of entertainment, kailangan ng taong magmumukhang gago because it's part of the show. And these are the guys who do it.
Yeah, I like how he's a heel that is literally willing to have pie on his face. Diba? Parang gusto niya, hindi lang siya yung heel na maangas parate that beats people down. Okay lang siya ma-embarrass. And it's a good wrinkle for a heel.
Mm-hmm. Gonna go a long way with that attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Sabi ng writer ng NXT.
Oh my gosh, Ethan Page. May push na yan. Push na yan dahil kay Emil Nate. All right, we're gonna wind down here, so let's get to some plugs. Chino, what do you have going on in your end?
Yes, tomorrow, finally, we are doing Chinoy Chismis 2. That is the postponed play that I am a part of still. So it's happening tomorrow at Don Conejos, Green Hills Town Center, Santolan Road, Quezon City. Tickets are available on Ticket Melon, or just look for Chinoy Chismis on social media. Just Chinoy Chismis, as it's spelled. It's featuring myself, Ad C, also FAMAS Best Rising Star nominee Isabel Sophie Nang, as well as a lot of other people who are doing this wonderful project for Dulang UP. So please check it out if you have the time. Tickets are available again on their social media page. and on Ticket Melon if you have access to it. Also, Class Town Podcast is still out. Please listen to all the episodes. And while you're at it, follow me on social media at Chino Supersize. Also, if you're gonna check out Kushida this Sunday, I will be there as well. Kita-kita tayo sa Big Studios.
Yeah. All right. Emil, you go.
No plugs. Just follow the pod on all social media platforms. And yeah.
All right. Ro?
Alamat is happening in 3 weeks, guys.
3 weeks from Sunday.
3 weeks from Sunday, indeed. Tawag doon, there are literally two paydays before the show. So use either one of those paydays to buy your tickets. Use my discount code. Stan also has a discount code. Mine is discount Romeo50. Discount Romeo50. So 5% off, I believe, on the tickets. Discount is a discount, diba? You never say no to that. And we'll see you there.
Yeah. Looking forward to having everybody at Puso Wrestling Alamat. Just plugging, now streaming as well. Our last episode for the season dropped this week, and we talked to genealogist Nathan Ko, whose work revolves around trying to trace yung ancestry ng mga people from the Chinese diaspora. So we got to find out how I am several degrees of separation away or related from Confucius, like through our family tree. So na-trace namin yon on the podcast. So go check it out to see na hindi ako sterero, and I'm not bullshitting everyone when I say that. Totoo yun. Okay. So go check it out on Now Steaming, which is on Spotify or your favorite podcast platforms. For the show, for this one, hit us up at Wrestling2XPod on TikTok, Twitter, and Blue Sky, at Wrestling Podcast on Facebook or Instagram. Thank you very much to babyface producer Jasper for always putting us over and making us sound good. And make sure to follow us individually at Chino Supersize, at Roiswar, at EML_Meister, at _Stan C. And we'll catch you again next week for Weekend Reacts and Picks of the Week. And Jasper willing, we will actually get to do a Monday live stream next week. But for now, we gotta get
next week.
Wala ba next? Wala nga pala. We have a special event that we're gonna be a part of. Yeah. Shout out to our friends from AdPub Hub for inviting us to another movie premiere. We'll talk about it next week when we do our review of The Running Man, starring Glenn Powell. So, kung nandun man kayo, say hi to us. All right? We'll say hi back. We promise. Okay, we're out of here. On behalf of Romoran, Chino Liao, and Emil Nate, I'm Stan C, reminding everyone to stay safe, stay dry, and don't be a dick. Wrestling Podcast. Out. Later, Outcasts.
Peace.